Can you feel the love tonight? Lady Sings a Lot is peeking into the Fortress of Solitude studios just as I hit the record button. She is not. Okay, bye. She's looking for Stella Bella, so no telling where that sweetie is. Anyways, let's get into this. It is Thursday, February 13th, 20 and the 25, 3:25 p.m. here in the farm fields of Valparaiso, Indiana. And look at that. I got stopped out. So here's the positions that I took yesterday. If you watched yesterday's video, we've already discussed this, but I bought my way downtown to Chinatown on TMF, which is a 3 times directional leveraged ETF on the TLT, on the 22 on the 20-year treasury. Well, yeah, you don't have ADD, do you, Bart? No, I don't. So TMF, I got stopped out though, way below what TMF did today. So we had the right directional play. Am I sad to pocket $3,270 directly into the My Little Pony Velcro wallet? No, I'm not upset with that at all. Put that safely into the fanny pack, right on the waist of my skinny jeans. But could I have made more? Yeah, because currently, even though TMF is off its high for the day, it closed at 41.38 and it's up 4 cents since the close at 41.42. Oh well, it happens, but I'll take this and a bag of chips any day of the week. So that's the only thing that really went on today. I will say that lady still has her TMF shares in her account. I've been playing is not the right word. I have been utilizing the same investment, or I should say trading vehicles in her accounts because of the high conviction I have for them, but I'm trying to just approach it a little bit differently, almost as a hedge. So I didn't have any stops on her TMF today, and then she did sell covered calls at around 41.60. So far that looks like a good move. And then she also did sell 45 strike covered calls on her AGQ, which silver just it doesn't want to stop. Don't stop. Get it. Same with gold. But I expect because tomorrow is an expiration Friday, we'll see a little monkey business going on with those fraudsters, those banksters, those cartel members trying to keep us from prospering. And they'll be shorting silver and the miners. And I don't know if they'll even make an attempt at gold anymore because I think they've lost their stranglehold on it. Let's go to the big board. Whoa. Oh, hello. So that is an all-time high, 2.830. So if I would have not removed that 50K a couple months ago or 6 weeks ago, whenever that was, to buy all that physical silver, we'd be at 2880. But that's hindsight. Haven't moved that 25,000 out yet because I haven't heard back from the gentleman that I'm trying to buy, I don't know, as much as he'd like to sell me at the price that I thought we had negotiated, but we were 15 cents off an ounce. And then he said, let me think about it. To his credit, he's probably not going to say yes after today's moves. So I'll approach him again on the next pullback, which will be as soon as tomorrow. So we'll be looking for that to go on. But 2.830 all-time high. Excited about that. AGQ 4150 calls expire tomorrow, down 46.80 on that options position. That's because AGQ is currently at 42.48. Hello. TMF puts are looking good. They're at 56% profit. GDX, these look, they look horrible. Essentially it's a bit of a hedge because I'm perfectly fine if gold just keeps ripping and GDX uh, just continues to make my butt stink on this short, because that means my GLD 245 calls are going to go moonshotting it. And now that I'm at 20, this would be the first spot that I would begin to consider taking this trade off and putting it in my pocket. But I may just go ahead and withstand the next drawdown, because we ain't done. Gold is not done. Silver is not done. My minimum target on this position here, the 26 strike SLV calls, is 75,000. Because look, we're up almost 52,000, but it's only 18.5%. And I'm looking for a little bit more. Not because I'm greedy. I am certainly not. I am convicted. I've got a strong conviction on gold and silver in 2025, and it's been playing out very nicely. And we're back down to one position. It's up 89,000, but you would take that 89,000 and then subtract it from what I would be losing by allowing my shares to be called away tomorrow. But I'll be, unless something goes crazy tomorrow, and the only thing that would prevent me from rolling these out would be as if the price action just prevented me from doing so, which would be it's going to the moon tomorrow. But I think there'll be a pullback tomorrow, which will be a manipulated pullback, and that will allow me to, one, get out unscathed and not have to do any rolling, which I shouldn't say I don't see that happening, but it is almost $1 above my strike price. I don't know. AGQ moves pretty quickly either direction. So I'll be rolling that or allowing it to expire at full profit. And that would only be if AGQ is beaten down enough to be under my 4150 strike. So we'll be watching that intently. Let's watch the charts real quick. Still expecting this. It doesn't mean it meanders for a while before getting there. And in fact, it could easily go back down tomorrow, which is what I'm likely expecting. It won't go down much, but it should go down enough to give me some breathing room to roll those AGQ calls, or to just get by with my chinny chin on letting those expire at full profit. So I put this on. This is is this a 1 day? It's a 5 minute. So it's a 5-day, 5-minute chart. I put this line on here because, this was way below this when it happened, because it tested, and I'm like, I bet we'll see a couple tests before we break through. We're currently through. This is on silver futures. Look at that. We're over 33, but do not for a second think there won't be a fight put up tomorrow. One, to knock it below 33. Two, to even knock it below the 50-day moving average. So right now, as you see, that average is turning up to follow the price movement, but currently that average is at 32.82. So I would look for both tomorrow. One, suppression under the 33 that we're at, and even as far as under this 50-day moving average. And then that would allow me to keep my shares of the AGQ. I still haven't put any work in on these gold futures charts, as far as just they keep going higher. I don't think we're taking that out tomorrow. I think we'll have a little action back down. We'll see. GDX, though, it filled this, but then it just said, yeah, whatever, Bart. We don't care about your money. We're just going to the moon. There's GDX. Is there a pullback coming? 100% for sure. Obviously, I don't know when. I wish I did. GLD, look at that thing looking great. I'm going to work on this. So we've already busted out. I mean, the trend line, if you followed it, it would still be rolling, right? Because it broke through here, came back down, tried again here, came back down. So do we get a local top right here, and then tomorrow we start coming back a little bit, blowing a little steam off? That's what I would expect. Not a lot of steam, but some steam. USO still giving me nothing. We talked about another lower low coming, and we got it, but only with a candle wick. Like to see it with a body of a candle. Just keeping an eye on it. We're definitely still expecting 90 to be taken out, but it's been a wild ride, and it continues to be. Got nothing on this chart. Here's our bond yields, which would be indicative of the inverse of our TLT and TMF moves. So you saw after that big run up yesterday, it's come down real nice. Had a bottom here, or I should say, maybe a bottom here for what will go on tomorrow. Again, the markets are having a tough time digesting all the tariff talk, tariff retaliations, etc. This is what I got, and this is obviously not happening. I do like when it happens right before our very eyes. So do we move this and call that at the 2 way over here? It's possible. I'd love for that to be just for this move that I put on here to be blown out, and then Bitcoin is continuing to go up. But Bitcoin's been very tough lately. Very tough because it still doesn't know what it wants to do. And that's why I had this chart up here with the Bollinger Bands and the moving average, because it's just been oscillating. You know, these bands are getting super tight at spots, which just is indicative of, and it's moving above and below, and the moving average. Probably put another moving average in there, but you can see it's just going below and then above and then below. So it isn't making up my mind for me. Make up my mind. I wanted to tell you this earlier, and it did come true. And that is, I can see SPX, aka S&P 500, breaking through this trend line, and it's doing that as we speak. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Which means there will be, I'll look at the big picture, or I'll measure up these waves. I would imagine, I mean, we may have a little bit more breathing room or a little bit more upside. And I could probably run, because this is a 1 day. Is this 1 day or 5 day? It's a 1 day, 5 minute. So that's why the moves look so exaggerated, but I like to see that as well. I'd still be pointing up a little bit more before we took a little steam off, and then it's still going to hit another high from there, according to my magic 8-ball that I keep referring to. It's been working, that magic 8-ball. Just shake it up, ask it a question, shake it up, gives me the answer, make the trade. Dinner tonight, me and Lady Valentine, along with 2 other couples. This time of year, every year, our favorite restaurant in town, Stacks, has a pop-up steakhouse for Valentine's week. And we've been going for a number of years now, and we'll be there again tonight. So probably, you know how I feel about the steaks. Give me that ribeye. I used to eat fillets for so many years. And, and I'm still love a fillet, but the ribeyes has been my pick to click for the last, 5 years probably. Can't go wrong with a perfectly coiffed ribeye. If they have twice baked potatoes, I'll go with that, because that's one of my favorites. Nobody makes them as well as my lady cooks a lot. But Stacks will do them up from time to time. They don't always have it on the steak pop-up day, but we'll see. My mouth's watering thinking about it. Woo! All right, what's going on with the Ricky Henderson hunt? It's going well. I've got a number of purchases on the board. I've already got a couple of the graded Rickies in hand. I don't have any of the signed Rickies yet, but they are coming. Oh, also this. I do have a Warren Spahn. It's a 1952 Warren Spahn. Now, it's raw. Raw means not graded. So we've talked about this before. There's 3 to 4 professional grading companies that are to be relied upon. The most popular would be this, PSA. So My Warren's 52 Warren Spawn is on its way back from being authenticated. It is raw. I will send it off for grading. My first inspection says that it's a 6. I paid $400 for it, but this is what a 6 sells for. It takes about $20 to get it graded. So if I can get if I have a $400 card, spend $20 on the grading, and I can sell it between $772 and $950. That's a PSA 2. Don't look at that. So these are all 6s right here. So this was kind of an outlier. And what I would do with this type of card is I would not put it up for bids. You see, this was auctioned. I would bin it, which is buy it now, bin. And I'd probably put it at, let's see what's on for sale. Is there any 6s for sale? Oh, here's a 6 for $843.95 and an $899. Mine looks better than both of these. This one's pretty well centered. This one is definitely off centered, as you can see. Vintage collectors love their centered cards. So that's not a bad deal. I would not buy that, but I would sell it for 800, anywhere at 800 plus, because I only paid 400 for it. But again, it's a roll of the dice. I can easily get a 5, and then a 5 would look like what? It'll look a little something like this. Hit it. See, it comes down dramatically when you go from a 5 to a 6. And this is a good looking 5. And look, he even has it in there centered. Good looking 5. The color's good. The centering's good. $495 for a 5. So that's my baseball cards for you. Got a little fun going on tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, share with a lovable friend, and I will see you in the next video.